The sleep company is a company that makes sleep. Very deep sleep. Let me prove it. Start. Faster. 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 कहा था ना, very deep sleep. क्योंकि हर मैट्रेस में है patented smart grid technology. The spine को precise firmness और pressure points को softness. The Sleep Company, makers of peaceful sleep. Visit your nearest store now.
रेटिंग 20 डिफेंड करना था, उस बंदे ने इकलौता शायद 7 रन पे 3 विकेट थे उस वर्ल्ड कप वाले मैच में। 3 मतलब T20 वर्ल्ड कप का मैच 4 ओवर जहां आपको मिलता है, आप 7 रन देके 3 विकेट ले रहे हो, बहुत बड़ी चीज है। देन आप फाइनल में देखो पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ जो हमारा साउथ अफ्रीका से मैच था, बिल्कुल नेक और नेक था, 30 और 30 चाहिए भाई, इम्पॉसिबल सिचुएशन थी मैच जीतना। बंदे ने वहां 2 ओवर डाल के मैच टर्न किया। अपार्ट फ्रॉम हार्दिक पांड्या का कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत था, अर्शदीप का बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन था, बट दोस 2 ओवर्स बाय जसप्रीत बुमराह एक्चुअली चेंज द मोमेंटम ऑफ द गेम। सो ऑब्वियसली वही मैंने जब आपको स्टार्टिंग में बोला कि मुझे सरप्राइज नहीं होगा कि मुंबई इंडियंस चारों को बराबर पैसे दे दे, क्योंकि चारों ही बहुत डिजर्विंग है। बट हाँ, ये भी होगा कि फर्स्ट सेकंड, क्योंकि आईपीएल के रूल्स ये भी कहते हैं, तो ये देखने वाली बात होगी कि कौन किसको कितने पे रिटेन करती है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, आई स्टिल बिलीव इफ ऑल द प्लेयर्स आर पुट इनटू द ऑक्शन टुगेदर, एवरीबॉडी जस्ट बुमराह will be the highest bid.
हाँ, मतलब अगर इन चारों प्लेयर को आप देखो तो
पूरे आईपीएल में आई एम सेइंग,
हाँ, अगर आप सारे प्लेयर का ऑक्शन कर दो तब भी बुमराह तो हैंड्स डाउन। अगर मिचेल स्टार्क को 25 करोड़ मिल सकता है तो बुमराह करोड़ 35 करोड़ 30 करोड़, अगर 120 करोड़ का पर्स है तो 40 करोड़ बुमराह तो डिजर्व करता है भाई।
That is Jasprit Bumrah for you, but it is a very interesting take. And Mumbai Indians, another team like SRH who have a lot of gun players, and they would. And Mumbai Indians is known for that tag one family, and they don't want to let go of their family members, even if they won't be able to retain them or RTM them, they'll go out.
कनव, आप ध्यान दो, जब 2022 का ऑक्शन हुआ था, मेगा ऑक्शन, तो मुंबई इंडियंस ने जब कीरॉन पोलार्ड और ईशान किशन को रिलीज किया था तो वापस बायबैक कर लिया था, और ईशान के लिए तो 15.25 करोड़ तक गए थे। तो वही है कि जो भी प्लेयर रिटेन करेगी और जो प्लेयर रिलीज भी करने पड़ेंगे, मुंबई इंडियंस विल गो ऑल आउट फॉर देम। बट डिफिकल्ट चॉइस होगा किसको रिटेन करना है किसको नहीं। बट 4 प्लेयर के अलावा जो 2 प्लेयर का डिबेट मुझे लग रहा है वही होने वाला है। उसके अलावा अगर कुछ होता है तो आई विल बी वेरी सरप्राइज्ड।
पोलार्ड इज अ बिग एग्जांपल। आई मीन उनका वो फॉर्म फेड हो रहा था, इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग फॉर एनी अदर आईपीएल टीम, जो हो सकता था, ही रिटायर्ड एंड बिकेम अ कोच इन मुंबई इंडियंस। सो दैट tells you the sort of closeness and the family that Mumbai Indians is. But a very interesting take, these 5 names, और ईशान और तिलक में से अब किसको रिटेन करेंगे, किसके लिए ऑक्शन में जाएंगे, that is a big question mark. But as I said, on 31st of October we'll get to know what is the solution for this. एक और ऐसी फ्रेंचाइज जो सक्सेसफुल नहीं है लेकिन बहुत बड़ी फ्रेंचाइज है, दैट इज रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर। जैसे कि सीएसके से एक नाम सुना में एमएस धोनी, आरसीबी से है विराट कोहली। तो आई थिंक दिस इज अ गिवन कि हम विराट कोहली को
हाँ, विराट कोहली तो अगर आप देखो 2008 से आरसीबी के साथ है, और 2010 में जब आरसीबी के पहले 3 सीजन अच्छे नहीं थे, डिस्पाइट उन्होंने फाइनल किया था चेन्नई, आरसीबी ने विराट कोहली को रिटेन किया था, और तब से उसके बाद विराट कोहली बने। तो विराट कोहली विल डेफिनेटली कंटिन्यू विद आरसीबी, एंड अगले 3 सीजन में हमने फर्स्ट चॉइस रिटेंशन, नो डाउट। और मुझे सरप्राइज नहीं होगा कि 18 करोड़ से ज्यादा पैसों में भी अगर चेन्नई उनको रिटेन करती है तो आरसीबी रिटेन करती है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और विराट कोहली, to all of you जिनको नहीं पता, is the only player in the IPL till now who has not gone under hammer. सचिन तेंदुलकर थे पर वो अब नहीं खेलते। एमएस धोनी भी ऑक्शन में उनको पिक किया गया था, चेन्नई ने खरीदा था फर्स्ट ऑक्शन में। आरसीबी ने विराट कोहली को लिया था डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट से आफ्टर द ऑक्शन, और तब से लेके अब तक वो आरसीबी के साथ है। कभी ऑक्शन में नहीं गए, कभी हैमर के अंडर नहीं गए, उनका प्राइस नहीं लगा, वो तब से ही वो साथ चलता आ रहा है। बट ठीक है, आरसीबी विराट कोहली, दैट इज 1 रिटेंशन डन। 18 करोड़ होगा कि नहीं ये भी सवाल है, क्योंकि कोहली भी अब नीचे वो प्राइस कर लेते हैं क्योंकि आपके पास
बट कनव एक चीज देखोगे, आईपीएल के जो रिटेंशन के रूल्स हैं, अगर आप किसी भी प्लेयर को 18 करोड़ से कम भी देते हैं फर्स्ट रिटेंशन के लिए, तो आपके पर्स से 18 करोड़ जाने ही जाने हैं, तो व्हाई नॉट गिव इट टू द प्लेयर।
हाँ, नहीं किसी और को 18 करोड़ देके,
हाँ, तो वो तो एक डिफरेंट डिबेट है।
कैप्टेंसी छोड़ने के बाद उन्होंने अपना प्राइस टैग कम किया था, जो ऑफिशियल बाहर आया था कि विराट कोहली ने अपना प्राइस टैग कम किया है आरसीबी की कैप्टेंसी छोड़ने के बाद। बट विराट कोहली के अलावा अब आपके पास और भी रिटेंशन है, आपके पास बड़े नाम भी हैं, ग्लेन मैक्सवेल है, फाफ डू प्लेसी आपके कप्तान रहे हैं, विल जैक्स ने 1-2 मैचेस में दिखाया पिछले सीजन में, वन ऑफ द मेन रीजंस प्लेऑफ में पहुंची, अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो नहीं खेल पाए प्लेऑफ में, इंग्लैंड की सीरीज के लिए चले गए थे। आपके पास एक ऐसा खिलाड़ी है जो आरसीबी से इमोशनली कनेक्टेड, मोहम्मद सिराज, यश दयाल ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है, तो आपके और रिटेंशन क्या होंगे?
ये कहना बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला, क्योंकि बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स हैं जो रिटेन हो सकते हैं, बट मेरे को लगता है कि आरसीबी विराट कोहली के साथ अलावा सिर्फ एक प्लेयर रिटेन करेगी, और वो है यश दयाल, क्योंकि वो एक अनकैप्ड प्लेयर है, 4 करोड़ में आप उनको रिटेन भी कर सकते हैं। मैं ये ऐसा इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि प्लेयर्स लाइक फैफ डू प्लेसी, प्लेयर्स लाइक ग्लेन मैक्सवेल, प्लेयर्स लाइक विल जैक्स, प्लेयर्स लाइक कैमरन ग्रीन, जिनकी फिटनेस पर भी क्वेश्चन मार्क्स हैं, बहुत सारे अच्छे प्लेयर्स हैं, रजत पाटीदार हैं, मोहम्मद सिराज हैं, बट इन सब प्लेयर्स को आपको अगर रिटेन करना है तो आपको पॉकेट से 14 करोड़ 11 करोड़ खर्च करने पड़ेंगे। और अगर आप देखेंगे तो ये सारे प्लेयर्स जब पिछले ऑक्शंस में आए थे या जब भी उनको आरसीबी ने एसोसिएट किया तो इससे कम कीमत में मिल गए थे। और हालिया अगर फॉर्म देखोगे तो मैक्सवेल की कोई ऐसी खास फॉर्म रही नहीं है, ठीक है। वर्ल्ड T20 वर्ल्ड कप में भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए कुछ खास नहीं कर पाए थे, आईपीएल में भी उनको ड्रॉप कर दिया गया था टीम से, बिल्कुल। सो मुझे नहीं लगता कि आरसीबी मैक्सवेल को रिटेन करेगी। ऑल्सो ही 36 ईयर्स ओल्ड, एक चीज ये भी ध्यान रखनी पड़ेगी, तो मुझे नहीं लगता आरसीबी उनको रिटेन करेगी। हाँ, आरसीबी के लिए वो अगला सीजन खेलेंगे नहीं खेलेंगे वो एक अलग डिबेट है, क्योंकि आरसीबी के पास ऑप्शन होगा कि आप उनको आरटीएम में रिटेन कर सकते हैं। जहां तक रही बात फैफ डू प्लेसी बहुत कमाल काम किया है पिछले 3 सीजन आरसीबी के लिए। अभी वो एमएलसी जब खेलने गए थे बहुत कमाल परफॉर्मेंस था, ही इज डूइंग वेरी वेल, बट ही इज 40 इयर्स ओल्ड, ठीक है। जब आप 40 इयर्स ओल्ड, अगर आप मिनी ऑक्शन में किसी प्लेयर को ले रहे हैं, और जैसे अगर लास्ट ईयर अगर फैफ डू प्लेसी को लिया था, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, क्योंकि 1 साल का मतलब है, बट 40 साल के प्लेयर में जब आप किसी प्लेयर को रिटेन करते हो तो आप 3 साल की आगे फ्यूचर देखते हैं, साइकिल नेक्स्ट, ठीक है। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि अगले 3 साल से आरसीबी या फैफ खुद भी अपने आप को एज अ प्लेयर देखते होंगे कि इतना, क्योंकि वो ईयर बाय ईयर लेके चलते होंगे। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि फैफ डू प्लेसी को भी रिटेन करेंगे। और अगर रिटेन करने की बात आई तो ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज ये भी है, जब पिछला आईपीएल मेगा ऑक्शन था, जब चेन्नई ने उनको रिलीज किया था, तो आरसीबी ने 7 करोड़ में खरीद लिया था। तो अगर 7 करोड़ नहीं तो शायद 10 करोड़, बट शायद इसमें मिल जाएंगे। बट अगर आप इनको रिटेन करो तो आपको मिनिमम 11 करोड़ तो देना ही पड़ेगा। तो एक ये ऑप्शन है कि आरसीबी चाहे तो फैफ डू प्लेसी को आरटीएम के थ्रू मेगा ऑक्शन में खरीद सकती है। जहां तक रही बात विल जैक्स की या सिराज की, तो वही बात है कि आपको 14 करोड़ मिनिमम खर्च करने पड़ेंगे। बट क्या सिराज, क्या विल जैक्स और क्या कैमरून ग्रीन, जिनकी फिटनेस पे भी डाउट है कि वो आईपीएल खेलेंगे नहीं खेलेंगे, क्या आरसीबी उनके लिए 14 करोड़ निकालेगी? ये एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है, जिसकी वजह से मुझे लगता है कि शायद विराट कोहली इकलौते ऐसे प्लेयर होंगे जिनको आरसीबी रिटेन करेगी। और क्योंकि यश दयाल जिन्होंने अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है, बड़े मैचेस में प्रेशर भी हैंडल किया है, चेन्नई गेम जिसको जहां धोनी अपोजिशन सामने थे, बहुत अच्छे से प्रेशर हैंडल किया, अनकैप्ड इंडियन क्रिकेटर है, 4 करोड़ में मिल जाएंगे, भाई सेव कर लो। ये एक बहुत क्लियर ऑप्शन मुझे लगता है। सो 1 कोहली एंड 1 यश दयाल।
तो आपको क्या लगता है कि आरसीबी ऑक्शन में कैप्टन ढूंढेगी या कोहली के पास एक रिक्वेस्ट लेके जाएगी कि आप कैप्टनसी करें?
देखो, ये तो यार सवाल का जवाब हम आईपीएल ऑक्शन के बाद दे पाएंगे, बिकॉज अभी भी बहुत सारे ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं जिनका नाम आ रहा है कि वो शायद आईपीएल ऑक्शन में होंगे। जैसे श्रेयस अय्यर का नाम चल रहा है, केएल राहुल का नाम चल रहा है, ऋषभ पंत का नाम चल रहा है, एडिन मकरम का नाम चल रहा है। मकरम क्योंकि सनराइजर्स मुझे लगता है उनको डेफिनेटली रिलीज करने वाली, क्योंकि सनराइजर्स के पास इतने सारे प्लेयर्स हैं और मकरम के पास वो एक्सपीरियंस है। मकरम साउथ अफ्रीका को वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल तक लेके गए हैं, मकरम ने 2 ऐसे T20 जीते हैं, मकरम अभी टेस्ट टीम की कैप्टनसी भी कर रहे हैं, वेरी गुड कैंडिडेट। और आरसीबी शायद पॉइंट ले सकती है कि अगर उनको अच्छा कैंडिडेट नहीं मिला तो मुझे लगता है कि जो विराट कोहली की कैप्टनसी वाला डाउट है, नो डाउट विराट कोहली भी दोबारा कैप्टनसी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई इशू नहीं है। अगर आप आईपीएल 2023 देखे, जब फैफ डू प्लेसी कुछ मैच के लिए अनअवेलेबल थे, इंजरी रिलेटेड इश्यूज के, तो कोहली ने कैप्टनसी करी थी। इट वोंट बी अ सरप्राइज अगर कोहली दोबारा कैप्टनसी करते हैं, बट वो आईपीएल ऑक्शन के बाद ही डिसाइड हो पाएगा।
या बिल्कुल, ये देखना बहुत जरूरी है। बहुत बड़ा एक इंटरेस्ट भी आरसीबी फैंस में, एंड वी वुड लव अगर आप कमेंट सेक्शन में खुद की भी आरसीबी रिटेंशन, आपको क्या लगता है कि आरसीबी किसको रिटेन कर सकती है, किसको करना चाहिए, और क्या विराट कोहली को वापस कैप्टन बनाना चाहिए, कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर लिखिएगा। बट आई थिंक वी हैव डिस्कस्ड वेल कि आरसीबी किसको रिटेन कर सकती है। ऑब्वियसली वील हैव टू वेट एंड सी क्या होता है 31 अक्टूबर को शाम को, एंड देन वील सी ऑक्शन की क्या स्ट्रेटजी बन सकती है आरसीबी की। नाउ लेट्स talk about the next team, the current defending champions. I've been talking about, bases being moved or shifted. Another team जो इस चीज से go through कर रही है, that is the mentor of the winning team is now the India head coach. So that mind behind the team, behind the victory, behind the IPL, जिनको credit भी काफी दिया जाता है, Gautam Gambhir is not there. Shreyas Iyer, again a big question mark. Reports are saying that maybe he will be put into the auction again. So to not retain अब आईपीएल विनिंग कैप्टन जो पिछला ही सीजन जीते हैं, वो क्या एक बड़ी बात है अगर ऐसा नहीं होता आपके टेक में। और उनके अलावा रहते नहीं रहते श्रेयस अय्यर इज अ डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन, उनके अलावा कौन से ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं जिनको केकेआर शुड रिटेन?
है ना, बहुत बात हो रही है श्रेयस अय्यर के बारे में, बट मुझे लगता है ही शुड डेफिनेटली बी रिटेन, क्योंकि जिस तरह की क्वालिटी एज अ कैप्टन वो लेकर आते हैं, जिस तरह का टैलेंट उनके पास एज अ प्लेयर है, एज अ बैटर है, मुझे नहीं लगता कि बहुत सारा ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं इंडिया में अवेलेबल या वर्ल्ड वाइड अवेलेबल जो आपको वो क्वालिटी लाके देते हैं। ही शुड डेफिनेटली बी रिटेन। इकलौते ऐसे कैप्टन हैं जिन्होंने 2 आईपीएल टीम के साथ फाइनल खेला है। इज द ओनली कैप्टन, ओवरसीज वगैरह कोई भी ऐसा कैप्टन नहीं था। लास्ट अभी आईपीएल डेफिनेटली आईपीएल जिताया है केकेआर को अपनी कैप्टनसी में। और अगर केकेआर उन्हें रिलीज करती ही नॉट बी शॉर्ट ऑफ शूटर्स। बहुत सारी ऐसी आईपीएल टीम्स हैं, दिल्ली है, चेन्नई एक लॉन्ग टर्म आईपीएल कैप्टन अगर ढूंढना चाहे ऋतुराज के अलावा तो है, आरसीबी इज डेफिनेटली देयर। तो बहुत सारे ऐसी टीमें होंगी जो उनके लिए शूटर्स जो उनको चाहेंगे कि वो आईपीएल ऑक्शन में है। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि केकेआर उनको लेट गो करेगा। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट अय्यर, और मेरी नजरों में वो रिटेंशन है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम अय्यर, 2 जो वेस्ट इंडीज के प्लेयर हैं उनके पास, जो पिछले 10-12 सालों से उनके साथ खेल रहे हैं, टोटल मैच विनर्स हैं, वो तो रिटेन होने ही होने। आंड्रे रसेल, सुनील नरेन, जब तक वो आईपीएल खेलेंगे वो केकेआर उनको रिटेन करेगा ही करेगा। क्योंकि अगर आंड्रे रसेल का जो आपने बात किया, आंड्रे रसेल पे बहुत ज्यादा क्वेश्चन मार्क बहुत टाइम से उठ रहे हैं कि उनका फिटनेस का वो इशू है कि क्या वो वर्थ है। बट अपना दिन होने पे वो क्रिकेटर वो है कि उसके आगे फिर कोई बॉलर सामने, जब वो बैटिंग करते हैं तो कोई बॉलर सामने खड़ा नहीं होता, जब वो बैटिंग करते हैं, जब वो बॉलिंग करने आते हैं तो कोई बैटर सामने खड़ा नहीं होता। He's a very good fit.
Retain him or use RTM for him? Because
I'll definitely go and retain Andre Russell, Sunil Narine. I'll go and retain both of them. क्योंकि अगर आप की बात करते हैं तो सुनील नरेन का भी तो आईपीएल 2024 से पहले थोड़ा सा एक पैची पीरियड था, कभी परफॉर्म करते थे कभी नहीं करते थे। बट 2024 में जो उन्होंने किया विद द बैट, विद द बॉल, you can never discount these 2 greatest match winners out of the contention की ये इनका फॉर्म पे कभी डाउट नहीं। इन्होंने दिखाया कि भाई फॉर्म इज टेम्परेरी, क्लास इज परमानेंट। सो ये दोनों प्लेयर्स डेफिनेटली केकेआर रिटेन करेगा। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज 2 एंड अय्यर, जो बाकी 2 प्लेयर्स जो मुझे लगता है रिटेन होने चाहिए, वन इज रिंकू सिंह। रिंकू सिंह क्या कर सकते हैं, वो गुजरात टाइटंस में जब यश दयाल खेल रहे थे उनसे जाके कोई पूछे क्या कर सकते हैं, पूरी दुनिया ने देख लिया। इंडिया के लिए भी काफी बार कर चुके हैं। 50 लाख पिछले आईपीएल तक 50 लाख थे, इस बार 14 करोड़ लेके जाएंगे वो।
14 या 18 18
नहीं, फर्स्ट रिटेंशन तो भाई
फोर्थ रिटेंशन
नहीं, बट जो 18 करोड़ वाला पर्स है उसके लिए 3 आपके पास दावेदार हैं, और उन तीनों के अलावा और कोई होना भी नहीं चाहिए। वन इज नरेन, वन इज रसेल, वन इज अय्यर।
सो नंबर 1 रिटेंशन वुड बी,
आई वुड, अगर आप मुझसे पूछो तो नंबर 1 रिटेंशन आइदर वुड बी रसेल और अय्यर, which means 18 crore.
Let's say Ayyar is 18 crore.
Ayyar is 18, then Sunil Narine is 14. 11 की हम बाद में बात करेंगे. Then we'll go to the 4th one. तो 14 में फिर आपके पास Andre Russell आता है 18 करोड़ वाले स्लैब में, and then the Rinku Singh वाला फैक्टर आता है. So for me 14 करोड़ वाले जो 2 प्लेयर्स होंगे, that is will be Narine and Rinku. 18 करोड़ is Ayyar.
Ever wonder why your job applications don't get responses even when you have the skills and years of experience? Look, it's not your fault. It's the outdated hiring system. But it's time to end the cycle of ignored job applications, endless interviews, and no callbacks. I cracked the code and became a vice president in just 2 months with my proven Next framework. And I've helped hundreds of people get their dream senior positions as well. But now it's your turn. So join my free Dream Job webinar by clicking the link below.
Looking to take the next step in your career, then you have to get this AWS course on Udemy. It gets you up to date on the latest tools and techniques so you can learn AWS fundamentals and pass your exam. Take this course at your own pace, on your commute, after work. So get this course now.
वो क्वालिटी देते हैं एज अ टॉप ऑर्डर बैटर, विकेट कीपर बैटर। बहुत रेयर है, बहुत मुश्किल से मिलेगी आईपीएल ऑक्शन में। विकेट कीपर खिलाना जरूरी भी होता है, तो आपको एक विकेट कीपर अगर मिल रहा है आप ले लो। तो 11 करोड़ वो अगर उनको रिटेन नहीं करते हैं, मान लो अगर आप चौथे ऑप्शन पे नहीं जाते हैं, तो आपके पास दो ऐसे अनकैप प्लेयर हैं जो आप रिटेन कर सकते हो और करने भी चाहिए। आई बी वेरी सरप्राइज कि अगर वो उनमें से एक तो डेफिनेटली होना ही चाहिए, और वो दो प्लेयर्स हैं हर्षित राणा और रमनदीप सिंह।
हर्षित राणा इज वेरी क्लोज टू बीइंग अ कैप प्लेयर।
हर्षित राणा इज बीइंग टू बी अ वेरी क्लोज प्लेयर, बट वो होगा 1 तारीख को। आईपीएल रिटेंशन की डेट है 31 तक, और 31 तक वो अनकैप्ड प्लेयर ही कहलाएंगे,
24 घंटे।
तो वो जो अगर अनकैप प्लेयर हैं तो वो आईपीएल में अनकैप प्लेयर के तौर पे ही खेलेंगे, और केकेआर उनको 4 करोड़ में रिटेन कर सकती है। अब अपार्ट फ्रॉम हर्षित राणा, क्योंकि आईपीएल में फिफ्थ जो इस पिछला आईपीएल था 19 विकेट लिए थे, बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले किया केकेआर को जिताने का, और सिमिलरली दूसरा जो ऐसा बड़ा रोल प्ले किया वो रमनदीप सिंह ने भी किया। फिनिशर का रोल दिया गया था, बहुत ही क्लियरली डिफाइंड था कि भाई आप नंबर 8 या 7 पर आओगे, आपको रन बनाना है, उन्होंने वो करके दिया। गन फील्डर हैं, अभी रिसेंटली एशिया कप जो हुआ था इमर्जिंग टीम ने क्या फील्डिंग करी है, क्या बैटिंग करी है। इंडिया कॉल अप मिल चुका है साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज के लिए, सो आई नॉट बी सरप्राइज कि वो दोनों में से एक तो रिटेन होगा ही होगा, दोनों रिटेन होगा। आई नॉट बी सरप्राइज कि 4 प्लेयर रिंकू, रसल, अय्यर, नरेन और साथ में 2 अनकैप प्लेयर, ठीक है। तो ये ऑप्शन भी हो सकता है, 5 कैप 1 अनकैप भी हो सकता है। ये जो प्लेयर्स हैं बहुत सॉर्टेड है, और अय्यर का जितना भी डिबेट है, मुझे लगता नहीं डिबेट होना चाहिए उस प्लेयर के ऊपर, क्योंकि भाई उसने अपने आप को एज अ कैप्टन प्रूव किया, और आईपीएल में बहुत सारी टीमें कैप्टनसी के लिए जाती हैं, बहुत सारी टीम को कितने सालों से अच्छा कैप्टन ही नहीं मिल पाया है। और अगर आप देखो कैप्टन की क्या वैल्यू होती है, आप सीएसके से आके पूछिए, धोनी का प्रेजेंस कितना मैटर करता है उस टीम के लिए, तो अय्यर पे तो डाउट होना ही नहीं चाहिए। तो मेरे हिसाब से तो ये बहुत क्लियर सॉर्टेड।
KKR is also more or less sorted. They have good enough players to retain. They don't have to think twice. वो अपने 5-6 प्लेयर रिटेन करके 45 करोड़ के बजट के साथ
बिकॉज़ 45 करोड़ का जो बात कर रहे हैं बहुत बड़ा बात हो रहा है, बट अगर आप देखो, अगर आप 6 प्लेयर रिटेन करते हो, मोर देन हाफ ऑफ योर टीम इज सॉर्टेड। और अगर आप किसी प्लेयर को रिटेन कर रहे हो तो आप उसे फर्स्ट टीम प्लेयर ही देख रहे हो ना। फर्स्ट टीम में अगर आप उसे देख रहे हो, 6 प्लेयर आपके अगर आप रिटेन करने की सोच रहे हो, तो आपका मोर एंड प्लेयर सॉर्टेड है, और सिर्फ 45 करोड़ में बाकी की शॉपिंग कर सकते हो। तो वो बहुत सॉर्टेड सीन है मेरे हिसाब से।
So KKR camp, I think they'll be more or less sorted. They'll be happy. Obviously, that mentor thing is something that they'll have to rectify, because Gautam Gambhir ने IPL जिता के he has moved on to be the India head coach. Captain रहेंगे या नहीं रहेंगे, this is a big question mark. Harshit believes that there is no point letting go of Shreyas Iyer. He should remain the captain. The captaincy bit is very important, but we'll have to wait and see what does the defending champions.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio. My go-to snack.
Anyway, show me the ring. Of course. Triangle. Never date a mathematician. पहले x के पीछे पड़ा था. His x? Algebra वाला. Find the value of x. और अब ये देख. ये wedding invite है. कि geometry paper.
ये प्रॉब्लम तो मैं भी सॉल्व कर सकती हूँ. Send an invite to collaborate.
Collaborate easily to create invites, cards, and more.
Problem solved.
OMG, you're a genius.
I know.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
मेरे सबसे पहला कि number of the retentions that you see happening in LSG. दूसरा is Nicholas Pooran worth 18 crores in your book.
कनाव निकोलस पूरन को अगर एलएसजी 18 करोड़ में रिटेन करती है तो मैं थोड़ा सरप्राइज नहीं इसलिए हूँ कि जब 2023 में जब वो एलएसजी गए थे 16 करोड़ आरसीबी ने एलएसजी ने उनके ऊपर खर्च किया था, और पिछले 2 सीजन में उन्होंने जस्टिफाई किया है। तो अब अगर उन्होंने जस्टिफाई किया है तो टीम उन्हें अगर थोड़ा सा कैप्टनसी मटेरियल भी देख रही है, क्योंकि वेस्ट इंडीज की कैप्टनसी कर चुके हैं, लास्ट सीजन थोड़ा 1-2 मैचेस कैप्टनसी किया था, तो 18 करोड़ में उनको पूरन को रिटेन किया, मैं सरप्राइज नहीं हूँ। हाँ, पूरन का फॉर्म एक ऑन एंड ऑफ चीज रहता है, वो एक टेंशन वाली बात है, बट नॉट सरप्राइज कि उसको 18 करोड़ में रिटेन किया। जहां तक रही बात केएल राहुल की, बड़ी कंट्रास्टिंग रिपोर्ट्स आ रही हैं, मैं भी देख रहा हूँ, तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद पूरन की केएल राहुल रिटेन नहीं होंगे, जिस तरह की इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही है। एंड केएल राहुल ने भी काफी बार पिछले कुछ महीनों में काफी बार अपने एक्सप्रेस करी है डिजायर कि वो आरसीबी वापस जाना चाहते हैं, आरसीबी वापस जाना चाहते हैं, तो शायद आरसीबी में जाने का ऑप्शन मिल जाए मेगा ऑप्शन में, और एलएसजी ने रिलीज कर दे। बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट मुझे लगता है कि मयंक यादव आईपीएल 2024 सेंसेशन, इंडिया खेल चुके हैं, अब तो बहुत हाइप थी, भले ही 4 गेम खेले, 2 जिता गए, काफी नाम था, पक्का रिटेन होने वाले हैं, चाहे कोई फॉर्म हो, कोई फिटनेस हो, रिटेन होना ही होना है। जिस तरह का उनका इम्पैक्ट था, जिस तरह का उनका दबदबा था, जिस तरह का उनका नाम था, डेफिनेट रिटेंशन है, और उसके अलावा जो एक और रिटेंशन मुझे लगता है कि वो फ्रेंचाइजी करेगी, करना भी चाहिए, दैट इज रवि बिश्नोई। रवि बिश्नोई को आईपीएल 2022 ऑक्शन से पहले भी उन्होंने एज अ प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट में साइन कर लिया था। पिछले 3 सीजन अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वाइड बॉल के T20 फॉर्मेट के स्पिनर्स हैं, एलएसजी के लिए लीडिंग विकेट टेकर हैं आईपीएल में, रिटेन होना बनता है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट जो और प्लेयर्स मुझे लगता है कि केकेआर एलएसजी एक ऐसी टीम है, शायद 2 अनकैप्ड प्लेयर या 2 या 3 अनकैप्ड प्लेयर रिटेन कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि पिछले अगर आप कुछ सीजन देखोगे तो कुछ ऐसे अनकैप्ड प्लेयर्स थे जिन्होंने अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है, जैसे मोहसिन खान थे, मोहसिन खान ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिया, आयुष बदोनी ने ऑन एंड ऑफ बहुत अच्छे परफॉर्मेंसेस दिए, उसके बाद यश ठाकुर थे जिन्होंने पिछले आईपीएल सीजन में हैट्रिक लिया, उसके बाद युद्धवीर सिंह शरक थे जिनका एक अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस था। तो ये सारे ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं जो आज जो एलएसजी देख सकती है एज अ अनकैप्ड प्लेयर रिटेंशन के लिए, बट जो मुझे
Well, hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers. You're watching the Cricket Next YouTube channel and we are here live on the retention day, the IPL retention day. पिछले काफी हफ्तों से महीनों से the fans have been talking about which players will be in which team in the next IPL, because you don't know which team is going to retain which player. बहुत fights हैं, हर team में fights हैं. You have big names, you have talented youngsters whom you don't want to go uncapped players, जिसमें फायदा है क्योंकि 4 करोड़ का वो एक मिलेगा आपको अगर आप सस्ते में एक रिटेन कर पाएंगे. बट विनीत, आर यू एक्साइटेड फॉर दिस रिटेंशन एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाट इज द ओनली टीम दैट यू आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू गेट दिस टीम?
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
डार्लिन, हो गया क्या?
Relax, guys. Evolution takes time.
Oh, my science. नोबेल प्राइज छोड़ो, लेकिन नोवी फेल. न्यूटन, एप्पल खाना बंद करो. प्रेजेंटेशन 15 मिनट में है. ग्रेविटी में बनाते हैं.
With thousands of presentation templates, never start with a blank page.
छोटी मरी.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
वैल्यू पे पंजाब किंग लेना चाहेगी, बट देन अगेन इवन इफ दे हैव टू, इट कुड बी एन अर्शदीप सिंह, अदरवाइज दे विल वाइप द स्लेट clean and just go with 6 RTMs or don't even take the RTMs heading into the mega auction. So Punjab Kings would be very interesting retention list mein, how many players or even if no players they pick. So that's one team that I'm looking forward to. Talking about the players, it's an open game. You could potentially have 3 captaincy choices in that auction. Absolutely. If teams release, that is Rishabh Pant, that is KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer, an IPL winning captain could be released. So this itself shows you the dynamic kis tarike se change ho raha hai by the time mega auctions comes around, because of this retention. So Shreyas Iyer is there, Rishabh Pant is there. We are hearing that Rishabh Pant is being eyed by somebody like in CSK. Ricky Ponting ka ek factor wahan pe hai. He was with DC when Rishabh Pant was the captain, so that connection is there. So Punjab Kings, with the amount of purse that they have, they could go for it. But CSK, if they have put their mind into getting a Rishabh Pant, they will also do that. Shreyas Iyer is anybody's bet. यार IPL winning captain को आप क्यों छोड़ना चाहोगे? And even then, the fact is, somebody like a Shreyas Iyer or a Rishabh Pant, it's not that the teams are releasing them. It could very well be the fact कि उन्होंने बोला होगा कि यार आप हमें retain मत करो, because we know we will get better value at the auction. Rishabh Pant for sure. I am putting my neck out there and saying Rishabh Pant is going anywhere excess of 20 to 23 for sure.
Yeah, no, there's a very high chance because the demand is such. Reports are saying that every विकेट कीपर, बैटर, कैप्टन, लीडर की जैसे बात की, बहुत टीम्स है. आरसीबी है जो लीडर ढूंढ रही है. केकेआर अगर श्रेयस अय्यर को जाने देंगी तो वो लीडर ढूंढ रही है. सीएसके, although they have Ruturaj Gaikwad, but a Rishabh Pant in CSK, this looks good and this is something that especially every CSK fan wants to see. MS Dhoni, the mentor, and then his student, his disciple Rishabh Pant in the same team. MS Dhoni भी, उनकी भी obviously ऑफिशियल कंफर्मेशन नहीं आई है खेलेंगे कि नहीं, पर रिपोर्ट्स जो कह रही हैं देयर इज अ वेरी हाई चांस यू माइट सी एमएस धोनी प्लेइंग इन द नेक्स्ट आईपीएल. बट which is the most shocking one according to you out of all these 3? KKR letting go of Shreyas Iyer, Delhi Capitals letting go of Rishabh Pant, or LSG letting go of KL Rahul?
LSG में we saw what happened with KL Rahul in that LSG setup. वो 2 साल से LSG को captain कर रहे हैं with decent amount of results as well. Both of the times I think they made it to the playoff. But then again, you know, there were so many reports were coming in that entire episode with Sanjeev Goenka. पहले बोला तो गया कि यार कुछ ऐसा है नहीं. It's kind of a family, but you could see the signs there. So Rahul being let go by LSG is probably the least surprising bit. Rishabh Pant, of course, I would put Rishabh Pant and Shreyas here in both the categories where, you know, Rishabh Pant ka, you know, the thing is, this was the guy who you backed when he was out, you know, with that horrific accident. You still backed him. You didn't let him go. He came back with such a fanfare. So letting go of Rishabh Pant is a big, big surprise for me. But then again, as I said, it's not, I think it was not on DC's thing that they want to release him. It was more of Pant saying that, you know what, just release me. Shreyas Iyer is again very, very...
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Anyway, show me the ring. Of course, triangle. Never date a mathematician. पहले x के पीछे पड़ा था. His x? Algebra वाला. Find the value of x. और अब ये देख. ये wedding invite है. कि geometry paper.
ये problem तो मैं भी solve कर सकती हूँ. Send an invite to collaborate.
Collaborate easily to create invites, cards, and more.
Problem solved.
OMG, you're a genius.
I know.
Canva, दिल से design तक.
None better than KL Rahul at the moment. So he joining with Virat Kohli at one point in time, you were looking at KL Rahul and Virat Kohli as the ditto figure. So you could see that, you know, Kohli and KL Rahul there. But as a captaincy thing, look, this is also another important factor. We've been hearing reports about Virat Kohli ko captaincy dubara di jayegi, ya he himself asked for it. We are not very sure what is brewing there. But once you have taken that decision of not captaining the side, I don't think so he'll come back. So maybe then again KL Rahul as a captain comes in. That's good. He also has the support of a Virat Kohli, senior statesman in the team, so to speak. So there could be that factor also, that, you know, KL Rahul also has gotten the feels that, you know, RCB is calling, you know, might as well go there.
Yeah, there's a very high chance, as Avneet said in the beginning, that captaincy ke bahut prospects, and there are many teams who are looking for a particular captain to have in their team. RCB, Faf du Plessis did well in the 3 years that he played for RCB. Obviously couldn't win the trophy, और RCB ने अभी तक अपनी हिस्ट्री में ट्रॉफी नहीं जीती है. विराट कोहली led the side for a long time, then he stepped down in 2021, then now the reports are saying that he might make a comeback as captain. Do you think that's a good decision to have Virat Kohli, the captain, back in RCB, or do you think this is a stopgap solution just for a year or so?
You know, I don't really think so. It's a good decision, so to speak, because Virat Kohli ne jab wo decide kiya tha, I mean, you could see, you know, the kind of freedom which he played. So I don't think so you want to burden him again. As you said, the key word here is probably the stopgap arrangement, because somebody like a Faf du Plessis, jo 2 saal se rahe hain RCB ke sath, he is 40. So RCB might not be looking at him as a long-term prospect, even though at 40 he's still fit. I mean, he's fit than most of the youngsters around. So there's no doubt on the fitness or the ability you have of Faf du Plessis. But then again, RCB from a management point of view might want to rebuild. I mean, IPL mega auctions are somewhere, you know, an opportunity for teams to rebuild, you know, resettle अगले 3 साल 4 साल के बारे में सोचने के लिए. तो उस scheme of things पे Faf du Plessis might not figure. That is why we are hearing these news about Virat Kohli taking over. Faf du Plessis के बारे में हम बात ही नहीं कर रहे हैं कि whether he would be released, he would be retained. Most likely he might not even come up with the auction. ये भी हो सकता है. You know, we don't know. There might be, you know, things, there might have been backroom chats where Faf du Plessis might have said to RCB, you know, boss, I'm done. You know, I'm not anyway a full-time cricketer right now. It's part-time. I play IPL, I play the SA-T20. I don't want to do this anymore. So that could be the reason why Virat Kohli ka naam hame dikh raha hai. So all the more reason for RCB to look for a captain material in the mega auction, and KL Rahul seems to be the right fit.
Yeah, I mean, homecoming, as you said, KL Rahul can do a great homecoming, come back to Chinnaswamy Bengaluru, lead the side, and hopefully, क्योंकि उन पे भी बहुत कुछ कहा गया है, लिखा गया है पिछले कुछ सालों में, the way he has been batting in IPL, the way he has been leading the LSG side, the Lucknow Super Giants side. But let's talk about one of the most successful IPL teams, Mumbai Indians. another team full of superstars. I mean, आप गिनने बैठो तो आपको बहुत players दिखेंगे which you want to retain, but obviously you can only retain a certain number of players if you are.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Darren, हो गया क्या?
Relax, guys. Evolution takes time.
My science, Nobel Prize छोड़ो, लेकिन नौवीं फेल. न्यूटन, एप्पल खाना बंद करो. Presentation 15 मिनट में है.
Gravity में बनाते हैं.
With thousands of presentation templates, never start with a blank page.
Sorry, Mari.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
And they will, as news reports are suggesting, 2 uncapped players in Namandir and Tilak Verma. So that could be quite straightforward for them. But then again, all the talks about Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya, that dynamic from last year, I think that has been put to rest. Now it's pretty much clear that Rohit Sharma is going to be retained. And of course, I mean, 5-time IPL winner with one. Captain with one team, has been associated with Mumbai Indians for such a long time, and in one of those lives that you were also mentioning, that Mumbai has this one family and they don't want to let go of the family. So it does not make sense for the Mumbai Indians to let go of Rohit Sharma, and which we think it's not going to happen. Hardik Pandya, premium all-rounder. Jasprit Bumrah, number 1 bowler in international cricket. Surya Kumar Yadav, number 1 batter in T20Is. कैसे आप छोड़ोगे? आप छोड़ ही नहीं सकते हो. Ishan Kishan is in all this model is probably the one very unfortunate guy who would be released, but then again it could be a boon for him as well. जैसे ही वो auction में जाते हैं, again, wicket keeper batter, hard hitting wicket keeper batter is at a premium. They'll go at a premium, so he might get good bucks at the auction. एक और चीज ये भी हो सकता है कि मुंबई इंडियंस might as well buy back him RPM में. They have done that before as well. Uncapped players in maybe an Namandir and Tilak Verma, I think is still capped, uncapped. He's capped. So one capped player you have there, and Namandir as your uncapped, or maybe an Akash Madhwal also. Kafi hai uncapped players. Nehal Vadera is also there. One of the big players that they might not be interested in, somebody like a Tim David who has not performed the way they have done. Rajasthan, So Tim David is somebody they would say, oh, we tried him out, humse nahi hua. Maybe they might want to buy back him because he might not get the amount of the value that he garnered the last time around when he was at the auction. So I think in that way Mumbai Indians is very sorted. But then again, going into the auction, हम तो अभी 4 या 5 retentions की बात कर रहे हैं. They'll still have to buy 17-18 players और बहुत कम बजट होगा. So Mumbai Indians would probably be the one team जो auction में जाएंगे with the least amount of budget. और उस budget में they'll have to be very smart.
Rajasthan Royals, because it's such a big dilemma. We have been discussing it for a long time, for the last few days. Whoever I have met, there are few teams that I have discussed, and Rajasthan is on top of it. Why? Because in the batting lineup, okay, you have a Jaiswal, you have a Sanju Samson, you have a Josh Butler, you have a Riyan Parag who are our backs.
Darren, हो गया क्या?
Relax, guys. Evolution takes time.
My science, Nobel Prize छोड़ो, लेकिन नौवीं फेल. न्यूटन, एप्पल खाना बंद करो. Presentation 15 मिनट में है.
Gravity में बनाते हैं.
With thousands of presentation templates, never start with a blank page.
Sorry, Mari.
Canva, dil se design tak.
From colors to candles, from diya to dusters. Big Basket delivers in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Diwali lit.
But as you said, they do have an affinity for Riyan Parag, and for good reason as well. You know, an all-rounder, not just an all-rounder, but a hard-hitting lower order batter, and plus somebody who can bowl really well, is a good fielder as well. So that commodity itself is quite, premium. So these are the three straightforward one. But इसके बाद वो क्या करेंगे? उनके पास ध्रुव जुरेल है. Dhruv Jurel is somebody, again looking at the potential. You don't want to release him, but then again you might have to end up doing that. The big question mark would be on Yuzvendra Chahal and R Ashwin. When the auction dynamics or it worked that way, जैसे कि यार Rajasthan Royal को दिया गया that opportunity to buy both Chahal and Ashwin, everybody was like going bonkers. How could other teams allow Rajasthan Royals to buy your two best spinners? But then again, Ravichandran Ashwin has redefined himself. You look at the TNPL that he played, coming at number 3, scoring runs at will. So he's redefining himself. He's adding that extra batting thing to him. So that is also one factor. Yuzvendra Chahal has been discarded by the Indian international team management, but then again he's also a very, very hefty commodity when it comes to T20 cricket. But they'll have to let go of one of these guys. Definitely. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि वो इन सब जो हमने नाम लिए हैं सबको वो ले सके. Dhruv Jurel, Yuzvendra Chahal, R Ashwin, and the other three we mentioned, वो कर ही नहीं सकते. They'll have to retain an uncapped player. So either Chahal, either Ashwin goes. My bet is they probably would release Ashwin.
They have, Chahal, I think RCB till date they regret letting go of Yuzvendra Chahal because he was the only bowler who could bowl at Chinnaswamy.
Exactly, yeah.
The amount of wickets, he is the leading wicket taker in Indian Premier League. That says something. That stat in itself is a big thing because that is what he brings to the table. Chinnaswamy with a successful, and RCB is still dead. As I said, they are regretting. Kya RR will regret lena chahega? I don't think so. They would want to have Chahal in the IPL in their own team, and that obviously we'll have to wait and see. But let's talk about another team full of superstars, Sunrisers Hyderabad. You have a Travis Head at the top along with Abhishek Sharma. And I don't think I need to remind the viewers what this duo did in the last IPL. जब 250 was looking like the 150 score, वो एक decent score है. 250 मारा है, हैदराबाद ने सिर्फ 250 मारा है, वो point आ चुका था IPL में. This is the duo that did that. Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma. नीचे आते हैं Hendrik Klaasen. Then comes Glenn Phillips, तो खेले भी नहीं. Then comes Nitish Kumar Reddy, another great find. Now he's an India player. And then Pat Cummins, the captain himself. Washington Sundar. What do you do? I think this is a given. They will go with 45 crores only in the auction because they have a lot of good players in their team. Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Hendrik Klaasen, Pat Cummins, Glenn Phillips, Washington Sundar. किसको रखेंगे, किसको जाने देंगे?
It's pretty much straightforward because we've been receiving news in the sense that they pretty much have finalized their retention picks, which is Hendrik Klaasen, Pat Cummins, Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, and Nitish Kumar Reddy. इन 5 पे ही आप पूरा पैसा अगर डाल देंगे 75 crore वहीं पे ही आपके हो गए. But the interesting bit here is that we are also hearing news of Hendrik Klaasen को उन्होंने 23 crore पे deal finalize किया है. So the cap is 18. So how do you give 23 crores? So the IPL rule in this scenario says, let's say Hendrik Klaasen feels that if he goes into the auction, he is at 20 plus crores.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Anyway, show me the ring.
Of course. Triangle. Never date a mathematician. पहले x के पीछे पड़ा था.
His ex?
Algebra वाला. Find the value of x. और अब ये देख.
ये wedding invite है कि geometry paper. ये problem तो मैं भी solve कर सकती हूँ. Send an invite to collaborate.
Collaborate easily to create invites, cards, and more.
Problem solved.
OMG, you're a genius.
I know.
Canva, dil se design tak.
He has to do that, but that is the deal probably they have stuck, where they say, yaar, even if you go into the auction, you might not get more than 7-8 crores. So might as well take the 6 crore.
Talented Indian youngster up and
might as well take the 6 crore and be happy with it. अब लेकिन इससे ये होता है कि नीतीश कुमार को even though Sunrisers are giving 6 crore, उनके पर्स में से 14 करोड़ ही कटेंगे. So that is 8 plus 5 of Klassen, 13 crore उनके पर्स से वैसे ही चले जाएंगे. So that would be a big issue for Sunrisers Hyderabad if they go with this retention strategy, क्योंकि उनको बाकी 15-16 प्लेयर तो खरीदने ही हैं. Then they would be like, पैसे ही नहीं है यार खरीदने के लिए. So that would be the biggest factor for Sunrisers Hyderabad. लेकिन how do you let go of a Heinrich Klaasen, Travis Head and Pat Cummins? That is bonkers.
Absolutely.
और इन सब में से एक नाम हम भूल रहे हैं, which is Aiden Markram, the South African T20 captain who took South Africa to the finals. He's one of the best captains that has been ever produced in South Africa as a player, a gun player in the middle order. The way he changes tempo, only Heinrich Klaasen is somebody who can match up to Aiden Markram in the middle overs when it comes to changing the tempo. हम उनकी बात ही नहीं कर रहे because Sunrisers just cannot afford to retain him. Then again, here यहाँ पे आता है Aiden Markram, another important captaincy prospect going into the auction. उनके लिए भी काफी suitors होंगे. So Sunrisers is very tricky for them. जितने भी बड़े big players that they are taking, again it would come down to the strategy at the auction. वो जो आप team build up करने के लिए, squad build up करने के लिए जो बाकी 11 ले रहे हो ना, वो कितना important होता है. That strategy would be dead on for them. अगर नहीं होता है, then they'll suffer big time because of course, by the time you retain 5 players, you have retained 5 of your first choice players. But then again, 6 और भी तो हैं. How do you do that? And Sunrisers have been known to take these bold decisions as well. Remember Abdul Samad retention in the last auction. So again, they will have to go something, on those lines. You also have somebody like a Shahbaz Ahmed, who is a cap player. Again, very value for money bargain player. How do you do that? You go ahead and take an RTM on somebody like him. So it will be very tricky for Sunrisers Hyderabad if they go ahead with this retention strategy that they have right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a comment here. God Gamers is asking, kal hoga retention start. He's asking, kab hoga retention start. So 5 o'clock was the deadline for all the teams to submit their list of the retained players, the players that they have retained. किस को उन्होंने retain किया है, वो list टीम्स ने सबमिट 5 बजे तक कर दी है. अराउंड 5:30 अब धीरे धीरे टीम्स आनी शुरू होंगी. क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट पे आपको सब टीम्स का पता चलेगा. एज सून एज एनी टीम अनाउंसेस, एनी टीम जो भी लिस्ट बाहर आएगी, आपको क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट पे वो दिखेगा. तो जुड़े रहिए. आपके कोई भी सवाल है, कमेंट है, जरूर लिखिए हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन में. वी विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू टेक ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस, योर ओपिनियंस अबाउट अ टीम, अबाउट अ प्लेयर और एनीथिंग. बट वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट SRH हियर. विनीत, मेरे मन में सवाल उठ रहा है, डू यू थिंक ट्रेविस हेड सेटल्ड फॉर लेस? 14 crores.
Very much. If this is true that Sunrisers Hyderabad have struck a deal of 14 crores with Travis Head, that is way too less. This guy,
20 crores.
20 crores, easily 20 crores bracket में आते हैं. But that is how the dynamics of the auction work. I mean, Travis Head realizes the fact that
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Anyway, show me the ring. Of course, triangle. Never date a mathematician. पहले x के पीछे पड़ा था. His x? Algebra वाला. Find the value of x. और अब ये देख. ये wedding invite है कि geometry paper. ये problem तो मैं भी solve कर सकती हूँ. Send an invite to collaborate.
Collaborate easily to create invites, cards, and more.
Problem solved. OMG, you're a genius. I know.
Canva, दिल से design तक.
It's whatever backroom Sunrisers Hyderabad they did very convincing act with these two players, at least both the Australians, ki convince अच्छी तरह से कर लिया. They probably would have some क्या कहते हैं in those very strategic things. You have this negotiator, no? The negotiator at Sunrisers Hyderabad should be given a raise if they have managed to convince Travis and Pat Cummins combined at 25 crores. अब ये सोचो, both of them combined 25 and Mitchell Starc को आपने near about 24 दे दिया था.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, and that is the beauty of it. Before we talk about the teams, I'll give you the basic breakup. 120 crore का पर्स है teams का. उसमें से you can retain 5 players. I think we are getting the teams now. Mumbai Indians की टीम अनाउंस हो चुकी है.
Very interesting, yes.
One of the most successful teams, as we were talking about, Jasprit Bumrah is the highest retaining 18 crore rupees to Jasprit Bumrah. Surya Kumar Yadav, the current T20I captain of India, 16.35 crore. ये भी बहुत interesting है, 0.35. Hardik Pandya, the current MI captain, 16.35 crores. Rohit Sharma, Mumbai Cha Raja as he is called, former MI captain, 5 IPL trophies, former India T20 captain, 16.30
crores. That is 0.5 crore come than Hardik Pandya.
Hardik and Surya. Hardik and Surya. And Tilak Verma is the fifth retained player, 8 crore rupees for Tilak Verma. Vineet, how is this justified? कुछ आपको लग रहा है यार ये ऊपर ये नीचे है ये player missing है?
You know, this was the 4 names that we mentioned. I mean, the 4 names that we decided that this could be. Tilak Verma is your 5th player. Ishan Kishan again misses out, but this is such an important retention list for Mumbai Indians. They've got it what they wanted. Rohit Sharma ko 6.30 crore, 16.30 crore. Hardik Pandya 16.35, Surya Kumar Yadav 16.35. This dynamic is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Tilak Verma at 8 crores is great. So that essentially means is that Surya Kumar Yadav at 16.35 crores, meaning Mumbai Indians will have to shell out an extra 2 crore. Extra 2 crores because he has been retained in the 14 crore slot, but they've taken him for 16. Same is with Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya as a third pick would have been in the 11 crore slot, but you are paying him 4.35, and Rohit has taken a massive pay cut. He has taken a pay cut. So Mumbai Indians ke is retention say they'll have a lot of money that will get cut from their purse, which is huge. It would be very huge for them. And Tilak Verma at 8 crores, which is again 5th pick. I think very good choice, you know, and they'll probably take an uncapped player in RTM, which could very well be a Nehal Vadera or Namandir.
Absolutely. And Rohit Sharma, I think this is a big news. Rohit Sharma has taken a pay cut, 16.30 crores, 18 crore का bracket है अगर आप 4th player retain करते हैं. I'll repeat, Jasprit Bumrah के 18 crore, Surya Hardik के 16.35, Rohit का 16.3 and then 8 crore में Tilak Verma. Chennai Super Kings की retention भी आ चुकी है. Current captain Ruturaj Gaikwad, 18 crore, Mathisha Pathirana, 13 crore, Shivam Dube, 12 crore, Ravindra Jadeja is back, 18 crores, and MS Dhoni, the uncapped player. I mean, this will always feel weird to me.
Reasons why you should download Tango today. Effortless connections. Tango allows you to text, call, go live, and video chat without the need for signups, making socializing easy. Ad-free experience. Enjoy uninterrupted conversations, keeping your focus on meeting new people. Your privacy is a priority on Tango, ensuring a secure platform for your interactions. So spice up your life and go download Tango now.
Ever wonder why your job applications don't get responses even when you have the skills and years of experience? Look, it's not your fault. It's the outdated hiring system. But it's time to end the cycle of ignored job applications, endless interviews, and no callbacks. I cracked the code and became a vice president in just 2 months with my proven Next framework. And I've helped hundreds of people get their dream senior positions as well. But now it's your turn. So join my free Dream Job webinar by clicking the link below.
धोनी will play IPL 2025 uncapped में retain हुए हैं 4 करोड़ रुपए में, लेकिन ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ 18 करोड़ the current captain.
And Ravindra Jadeja at 18 also.
This is, I think, Ravindra Jadeja और शिवम दुबे दो बहुत shocking चीजें हैं जो CSK के retention से निकल के आ रही हैं. We'll talk about Kolkata Knight Riders. They are here. This is an interesting. You see, Kolkata Knight Riders. Rinku Singh is the top retention.
But at 13 crores, this dynamic is going to take a lot of time to figure out.
12 crore, Rinku Singh top retention 13 crore, Varun Chakravarti 12 crore, Sunil Narayan stays 12 crore, Andre Russell stays 12 crore,
and two uncapped players
and Ramandeep Singh 4 crore, 4 crore.
Very
What
good buy,
an
very good,
interesting breakup.
very good buy. This Harshit Rana and Ramandeep Singh आपने 4 crore में ले लिया है, which is absolutely great. Which essentially means is that whatever money that you are spending extra on a Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narine, Andre Russell, in 2 cap players से आपका वो even out हो जाएगा, which is again fantastic. Again something we were discussing कि Andre Russell और Sunil Narine तो होंगे ही होंगे, so would be you know
Andre Russell, Sunil Narine, Varun Chakravarti, Rinku Singh had to be the
number one. But then again, no Shreyas Iyer.
Official Shreyas Iyer
is
जिन्होंने
in the auction.
पिछला कैप्टनसी में आपको आईपीएल जिताया है, आपके आईपीएल विनिंग कैप्टन भी आपके साथ नहीं है, आपके आईपीएल विनिंग मेंटर भी आपके साथ नहीं है. It's a major shift for KKR. Shreyas Iyer नहीं है, गौतम गंभीर मेंटर नहीं है. A huge shocker. Let's now talk about Delhi Capitals. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है.
Akshar Patel at 16.5 crore, Kuldeep Yadav at 13.25 as a second pick, Tristan Stubb at 10 crores, and the uncapped player Abhishek Porel at 4 crores. So in essence, we are looking at a complete overhaul here for DC. Definite overhaul. Rishabh Pant officially gets into the auction.
Oh, I can see 25 crores, minimum 25 crore. Rishabh Pant ने tweet किया था कुछ टाइम पहले, if I go into the auction, कितने में मिलेगा?
And Ricky Ponting would be eyeing this, eyeing him like anything. So big news. Rishabh Pant is out of DC and he will enter the auction pool and again, by the time that auction ends, he probably would break that IPL existing, record of Mitchell Stark there.
Absolutely. Akshar Patel 16.5 crore, Kuldeep Yadav 13.25 crore, Tristan Stubbs 10 crore, Abhishek Porel 4 crore. So Jake Fraser McGurk नहीं retain किए गए.
Could be an RTM.
बिल्कुल could be an RTM.
Prithvi Shaw, of course, no surprises there. They would have released him. I don't think they'll buy him back as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to the next team now. Gujarat Titans. Rashid Khan 18 crore, ये तो बहुत टाइम से बात चल रही थी. Rashid Khan 18 crore, Captain Shubman Gill has taken a pay cut 16.
Ever wonder why your job applications don't get responses even when you have the skills and years of experience? Look, it's not your fault. It's the outdated hiring system. But it's time to end the cycle of ignored job applications, endless interviews, and no callbacks. I cracked the code and became a vice president in just 2 months with my proven Next framework. And I've helped hundreds of people get their dream senior positions as well. But now it's your turn. So join my free Dream Job webinar by clicking the link below.
Everything you need to know for your next trip with Agoda in 10 seconds. Cheap hotels, cheap flights, cheap activities. Save on all your travel needs with Agoda. Book now.
For Gujarat Titans, Rahul Tewatia played all the matches for Gujarat Titans. Again, very impactful innings that he plays. Comes into bat when there are like 2 or 3 overs left. Doesn't bowl enough of his quota of overs as well. But then again, they are sticking with him. Shah Rukh Khan is kind of an enigma where you see potential in him. He plays a lot of domestic cricket. Has so much hype in domestic cricket that has not translated into IPL. But then again, I think they do see something in him, or they do have some different kind of a role. One of the biggest misses in Gujarat Titans is probably not retaining a David Miller and Mohammad Shami. That's a big decision to make. Could be an RTM either on David Miller. Right now, they could only RTM only one player. It could be a Mohammad Shami. It could be a David Miller. Meaning either one of those guys are going into the auction pool. And again, auction pool is going to be crazy with Mohammad Shami, David Miller, Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer. Wow.
Oh my God! What ऑक्शन पे अपना इतना ध्यान जाएगा फैंस का, क्योंकि इतने बड़े प्लेयर्स ऑक्शन में हैं. Let's talk about LSG here. Nicholas Pooran 21 crore.
Wow,
to
21
Nicholas
crore.
Pooran. That is huge amount. Ravi Bishnoi 11 crore. Mayank Yadav 11 crore. Mohsin Khan and Ayush Badoni are the 2 uncapped player. 4 crore. Reports आ गई थी Nicholas Pooran कोलकाता जा चुके हैं, साइन हो चुके हैं, वो भी हो गया है. No KL Rahul, it's official.
No KL Rahul is there, and unexpected lines. But Mayank Yadav 11 crores. A potential पे जितना भी आप कर ले, what for 3 matches, 4 matches, he's going to break down. I don't know what they are seeing in him in terms of match fitness. कि आप पूरा match कैसे खिला, पूरा season आप इस बंदे को कैसे खिलाएंगे to invest 11 crores in him. That's a big surprise for me. I did not think they'll give him. Maybe I thought RTM करेंगे या तो release कर देंगे. But again, they have taken a big punt on Mayank Yadav. And yeah, at the third slot, 11 crore is pretty much there. Ravi Bishnoi at the second slot, that is, they will have 3 crores cut from their purse because they've retained Ravi Bishnoi in 11. Mohsin Khan and Ayush Baduni, again, very much similar to Gujarat Titans. They've tried to even out that purse by adding 2 uncapped players. And of course, Ayush Baduni is coming off a very good Delhi Premier League. He's been in and around. Was part of the emerging Asia Cup for the Indian team as well. Has been on the fringes. Has been looking a really good player. Mohsin Khan was out of injury for a long time, but again, a left arm pacer is at a premium, so they are investing in him. So good to see the investment part of it. And again, an overall in terms of LSG letting go of KL Rahul, which was on the cards, but the big question mark would be on them in terms of captaincy. Nicholas Pooran has been the West Indies international captain, T20 captain, so maybe the owners would go back on Nicholas Pooran from here on, but they'll have to start from scratch. I mean, there's no Marcus Stoinis here. That is one of the biggest names. No Marcus Stoinis here. Could be an RTM, but that could prove to be a very expensive RTM. Big RTM there. Marcus Stoinis के पीछे again fast bowling all rounder हार्दिक पांडे के बाद अगर कोई इस impactful all rounder है तो वो Marcus Stoinis ही होगा. But that RTM is, I think, going to cost LSG if they decide to go with Marcus Stoinis to buy him back at the auction if their strategy.
Ever wonder why your job applications don't get responses even when you have the skills and years of experience? Look, it's not your fault. It's the outdated hiring system. But it's time to end the cycle of ignored job applications, endless interviews, and no callbacks. I cracked the code and became a vice president in just 2 months with my proven Next framework. And I've helped hundreds of people get their dream senior positions as well. But now it's your turn. So join my free Dream Job webinar by clicking the link below.
Everything you need to know for your next trip with Agoda in 10 seconds. Cheap hotels, cheap flights, cheap activities. Save on all your travel needs with Agoda. Book now.
Hetmeyer at 11 crore, I don't know. I mean, Shimron Hetmeyer को आप auction में अगर लेते, I would say that he would have आपको उसको 5-6 करोड़ पे वो मिल सकते हैं. वो वैसे player हैं Shimron Hetmeyer, but to bank on him, it's a very, I don't know. Yeah, this could be a decision that they might regret letting go of both Ashwin and Yuzvendra Chahal. But big ups for somebody like a Dhruv Jurel. To back him and to have him at 14 crores is just fantastic. Sanju Samson, आपके पास already wicketkeeper batter है. Dhruv Jurel adds that dimension to it. It's amazing that Dhruv Jurel has got 14. But Sandeep Sharma at 4, again, we are forgetting the fact that he's also an uncapped player because his last international was 5 years back. There was as many as 9 players who were uncapped, Indian players who have played in the Indian team, but they have not played with a gap of 5 years. So again, very interesting pick. Sandeep Sharma, again, I mean, you look at the stats, he's his value for money in that manner. आपको वो 4 over upfront दे देते हैं, wickets भी निकालते हैं. So it's a big punt they played, and again with that Sandeep Sharma retention, they probably have tried to even out their purse as well. That could be one of the reasons. It's a good retention, but yeah, big surprise here is probably Shimron Hetmeyer. Josh Butler is missing. Josh Butler के पास आपके पास RPM नहीं है. RPM बिल्कुल भी नहीं होगा आपके पास. So
Butler नहीं है, Trent Bolt नहीं है, Yuzvendra Chahal नहीं है,
Ravichandran Ashwin नहीं है. It's going to be a big miss. Josh Butler again, another 5th captaincy option that goes into the IPL auction. Captaincy तो भरमार होगी auction में. पूरी भरमार रहेगी.
Josh Butler, I think this will take some time to digest. Moving on to the next team here.
Wow.
I don't know what Royal Challengers Bangalore, Virat Kohli is taking 21 crore rupees. 18 का slab है, 3 करोड़ ऊपर और लिए जा रहे हैं. Rajat Patidar, I think a good retention, 11 crore. Yash Dayal, 5 crore, a very 5 crore. Yash Dayal is not an uncapped, मतलब 5 करोड़ से एक ऊपर उनको दिया है यश दयाल को 21
he is an uncapped
player. He is an uncapped player, पर 1 करोड़ ऊपर दिया है. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ 1 करोड़ ऊपर दिया है यश दयाल को. But विराट कोहली 21 crore, is it a sign that he is leading the side now? और responsibility ली है तो बजट भी बड़ा है. Do you think this is a sign of it?
वो 3 करोड़ कैप्टेंसी के गए हैं.
captaincy prize
कैप्टनसी के 3 crore गए विराट कोहली को, but at 21 crores that is huge. I mean, yeah, you knew Virat Kohli was going to be retained at 18 crores, but 21, which pretty much clears the case that RCB are not looking for any captaincy option in the pool. They are pretty much certain that Virat Kohli is the one who would lead this side. Rajat Patidar, I was somebody who was always saying that Rajat Patidar ko ye lenge because he's one of those players jo at least in the Indian setup who plays spin really well, and spin not, I'm not saying in the longer format, but as an impactful hitter against spin bowling in the T20I format, even though his form has not been the greatest. I mean, test team se bhi wo jagah nahi bana paye the, but then again he is good value in terms of that middle order. And Yash Dayal was somebody they didn't want to let go of, and again because he was uncapped, they could easily would have been able to even out that purse. So they'll go into the auction pool with a lot of money. And they have the option of retaining a Glenn Maxwell by RTMing him, or a Cameron Green. There's a Will Jacks also, Anuj Rawat. I mean, they you could see they utilizing all of their 3 RTMs, very lavishly, so to speak.
Yeah, but now let's move on to Punjab Kings here. You were talking about there's a chance that no retention. They have 2 retentions, very low budget and a good retention. एक तो शशांक सिंह जिन्होंने पिछले सीजन में आग लगा दी थी, कुछ मैचेस खेले थे, but the way he batted in that season, I think 5.5 crore rupees for Shashank Singh over here. And the next retention for them is Prabh Simran Singh at 4 crore. दोनों uncapped player हैं. अर्शदीप सिंह नहीं है. RTM यूज हो सकता है उनके लिए, जरूर होगा, मुझे लगता है पंजाब जरूर करेगी, but they are going into the auction bid 110.5 crore rupees. Ricky Ponting, the mind behind this, क्या planning लग रही है?
Planning is simple. Wipe the slate clean. As simple as that. Prabh Simran Singh, Punjab ke saath associated hai. He was an opener for one season, came down at number 3, but they have backed him a lot. So I think this is more of the management taking a decision that we want to retain that guy more than Ricky Ponting having his say. Shashank Singh again was a gun player, impactful player. Ab second season mein kaise dikhte hain, that would be interesting. But Arshdeep Singh, for me, the biggest surprise. But as I said earlier in the show itself, I did not see Arshdeep Singh or any team looking at Arshdeep Singh and putting him a value of 18 crores there. So it could very well be the case that he would be RTM'd at the auctions, and he won't go beyond the 10 crore mark, or even 7 or 8 crore mark. So they'll look to RTM. Essentially, Punjab Kings has 4 RTMs that they can use, and pretty much they will probably use it on Arshdeep, and then they'll have this big purse to go gung ho with their shopping list. And Rishabh Pant could very well be number 1 on that list, because only maybe a Punjab and RCB has the biggest purse, and RCB I don't think are going for a Rishabh Pant. So it is very well PBK as Rishabh Pant heading PBK's route with Ricky Ponting to reunite with him. So very good decision by Punjab Kings, because they anyway had to look for an overhaul, and in Shashank and in Prabh Simran, both uncapped players, they've got enough purse left to buy really big at the auctions.
Yeah, absolutely. As of now, which is the most shocking retention or release for you? यार ये मैंने expect नहीं किया था. Is it Virendra Chahal not being there, Shreyas Iyer being let go, Rishabh Pant being let go, official, क्योंकि अब सब official हो चुका है. So I think we can talk officially now कि अब reports नहीं है, कुछ rumor नहीं है कि शायद होगा. हमारे पास we have the exact number of players who are retained, किस प्राइस में हुआ है. आपके लिए सबसे shocking क्या है?
The biggest shocking retention for me is probably Shivam Dube at 12 crore by CSK, which again I really don't see that kind of value in Shivam Dube. But then again, it is CSK. They have backed him under MS Dhoni. Shivam Dube really transformed his career, so to speak. So it is more of Dhoni pushing it. Maybe he was with RCB. He was 10% of what the player he is right now. So backing on him, it's a good thing for him personally. But then again, I don't see the kind of players that they could have retained. Somebody like a Devin Conway, they had a Rachin Ravindra. ये सब लोग इनके दिमाग में आए होंगे. But to go ahead with Shivam Dube, the plans would have been there as a finisher. So again, for me, that is probably one of the shocking retentions, so to speak, from CSK lineup. One of the shocking releases for me is it's very hard, because we knew about Rishabh Pant. We had an inkling about KL Rahul. We also knew something was brewing for Shreyas Iyer. But if I have to pinpoint one player that I thought may not get released is, for me from GT it was Mohammad Shami. I never thought that GT is going to release Mohammad Shami.
Fitness is an issue.
Even though fitness is an issue, because but he's been dealing with the fitness issues for a long time. But he came in, his bowled his 4 overs, and he was very impactful.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Darren, हो गया क्या?
Relax, guys. Evolution takes time.
My science, Nobel Prize छोड़ो, क्योंकि Novi failed. न्यूटन, एप्पल खाना बंद करो. प्रेजेंटेशन 15 मिनट में है. ग्रेविटी में बनाते हैं.
With thousands of presentation templates, never start with a blank page.
Sorry, Mari.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
And value of Maxwell associated with RCB is always going to be there. So yeah,
absolutely. We'll now talk about the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad, we have Henrik Klaasen, Pat Cummins, Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, and Nitish Kumar Reddy. I think this was on the cards. This was what everybody was expecting. We have it here. Pat Cummins, 18 crore. Abhishek Sharma, 14 crore. Nitish Reddy, 6 crore. Henrik Klaasen, जो हमने बात की थी, 23 crore reports में जो आ रहा था, exactly वही है. Travis Head, 14 crore. I think we have talked about Klaasen taking 23, Travis Head settling on 14.
But Abhishek Sharma at 14 is huge.
No, it's settling. I'll say it's settling. Abhishek Sharma in an IPL auction is an easy 18 crore.
I don't know easy 18 crore because the value that you get out of an Abhishek Sharma, I mean, only SRH has managed to do that so far. So in that sense, I would say 14 crore is very good for him. They've actually opted for him as a second pick, as per the graphics that we are seeing. As a second pick at 14, Travis Head at 14. So yeah, I mean, if you talk about settling between both these two, I think it's Travis Head who has settled here, and Abhishek Sharma would be more than happy with the 14 crore here.
I still believe even though auction में जाते तो शायद ज़्यादा मिलता, because especially what he did in the previous IPL along with Travis Head, I think both of them settled, but Henrik Klaasen 23
but इसमें interesting thing ये है SRH में, Pat Cummins the first pick is 18, which is fine. Abhishek Sharma 14 again, which is fine. Nitish Reddy at 6 crore, which is he's been put in that 11 crore bracket, so that is 5 crores gone. Henrik Klaasen at 18, you are giving an extra 5, that is 10 gone. Travis Head at 14, that is at 11, that is another 3, so that is 5, 5, 10, 13 crores आपके पर्स से बिल्कुल कट हो जाएंगे. And one of our cricket colleagues was mentioning this, Harshad Best, he was saying that if that amount of purse is getting away from you, might as well give it to the player, right?
Yeah,
but then again, here is what the dynamics is. Somebody like Henrik Klaasen said, I'm not going to settle at 18. Somebody else had to, and here it is Nitish Kumar Reddy, who ideally should have been 11 crore pick, but he's been given only 6 crore here.
Yeah. So basically, Klaasen took that leap of faith.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go for 20 plus crore. So if you want, you can give me more than 20, 23. I'll stay. Travis Head didn't take that leap of faith. उनको वो नहीं था, उनको था कि यार शायद ना मिले उतना. अभिषेक शर्मा को भी था शायद ना मिले उतना. तो it's better to have a safe bet, stay at SRH, take 14 crore. वो तो मिलेंगे ही मिलेंगे. अगर हम ऑक्शन में जाए कहीं 10 करोड़ में सेटल हो जाए, 11 में हो जाए, why to take less? Klaasen thought कि यार मुझे मिल जाएंगे easily 20
easily,
you
of
give
course,
me 23 or I'll go into the auction, which as I said, it's a huge leap of faith.
But now interestingly, let's look at the purse remaining. Purse remaining for all the teams, and quite interestingly, Kolkata Knight Riders are 63 crores. उनके में भी काफी chip and chop हुआ था in terms of the slots. उन्होंने काफी changes किए थे. Sunrisers Hyderabad are left with only 45 crores because of this dynamic that we were discussing right now. Chennai Super Kings has a healthy a purse of 65. Mumbai Indians at 55 crores. Royal Challengers.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Darren, हो गया क्या?
Relax, guys. Evolution takes time.
My science, Nobel Prize छोड़ो, क्योंकि Novi failed. न्यूटन, एप्पल खाना बंद करो. प्रेजेंटेशन 15 मिनट में है. ग्रेविटी में बनाते हैं.
With thousands of presentation templates, never start with a blank page.
गोली मारी.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
5. Rajasthan Royals at 41 because हाँ छह लोग भी तो हैं. 6 लोग they won't have any RTMs when they go into the auction. They are just going to buy. They'll have to buy players at the auction. As simple as that. Gujarat Titans at 69 and LSG at 69 crore, which is at par. They can build a strong unit around it. MI at 45. So yeah, Punjab Kings at 110 crore purse. And again, Rajasthan Royals the least with only 41 crores. I mean, use 41 में they can't even RTM a Josh Butler or an Ashwin or a Chahal. They can't even do that. They cannot even afford to RTM all the 3 players that they let go of, which would be very, very interesting.
My decision might come back to haunt them because they would love to have RTM here with Josh Butler, Virendra Chahal. I mean, how can you let go of Virendra Chahal? This is something that will, boggle me for the next 2 to 3 days. This will obviously disturb me. This is the thing because I follow RCB and I know the regret that RCB has of letting go of Virendra Chahal and RR. I think RR will have the same over here. But now that we are talking about the purse, ऑक्शन में हमने ये बात की बहुत बड़े बड़े खिलाड़ी आ चुके हैं. अब ऋषभ पंत ऑक्शन में है, श्रेयस अय्यर ऑक्शन में है, केएल राहुल ऑक्शन में है, युजवेंद्र चाहल ऑक्शन में है, रविचंद्रन अश्विन ऑक्शन में है, बहुत जॉस बटलर ऑक्शन में. मैं सोच के वो हो रहा है नाउ. जिनके पास एक डिसेंट पर्स है वो किसी बड़े प्लेयर के लिए नहीं जा सकते. I think that's out because
that's
if
simply
you
out.
put
That is
20-25 crore into one player, then how will you build the rest of your team?
The one player that we probably missed out, who's been released, is the current record holder of the most expensive buy, which is Mitchell Stark. He's been let go of.
No, that for him, though, I personally feel I don't even know if he'll play the next IPL.
So let's look at the 5 big names that have been let go of, which is essentially Jake Fraser-McGurk, the kind of impact that he had for Delhi Capitals. I mean, insane. I mean, you're comparing him with David Warner with just 2 or 3 innings. So letting go of him could be one of the biggest misses for DC, but they will try to RTM him, but that is not going to be an easy RTM. Would be a cheap RTM. It would be quite expensive. Another name that is again an opener, wicketkeeper batter is Phil Salt. For KKR, he was one of the vital cogs to give that initial start. So he's also in the auction. Again, would be very interesting. Who wants to pick him? Everybody would want to pick him, and I do have a gut feeling that he would be a value for bargain price, bargain pick. He won't not go for big monies, but very less. Lot of big players, but he could give you all the value for the money that you can buy him. And then again, the other name that we talked about was Marcus Stoinis. Again, he would be a very, very big player in that all-rounder bracket when it comes up. Pace bowling all-rounder, and that too is somebody who can change his game. You saw in Lucknow most of the times they play at the Akana Stadium, which is slow and low, and even there Marcus Stoinis had an impact. So that's a big boost for somebody like a Marcus Stoinis, and he would be one of the biggest guys who could go big at the auction. And then of course there is Mitchell Stark, as Kanav you mentioned. Lag to nahi raha ki ab utna value milega, but then again for somebody who was bought for 23.5 crores or something, to let him go immediately after that, and especially you are the team that won the IPL trophy, it's quite baffling. So yeah, of course 5 names definitely are there, and of course one name is Rachin Ravindra. Of course, Rachin Ravindra.
इम्प्रैक्टिकल आइडिया है.
बिकेंगे मेरे यार, बहुत मेटल हेड्स हैं मार्केट में.
बट दैट्स नॉट व्हाट मेटल हेड मींस यार.
मत कर हेल्प, मैं वन मैन आर्मी ठीक हूं.
With Magic Media, turn your ideas into images and videos.
1150 ऑर्डर्स. कोई जेस्टर के कपड़े पहनेगा क्या?
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
From colors to candles, from DR to dusters, Big Basket delivers in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Diwali lit.
Fitness is an issue with him. At times he misses a lot of matches. Jofra Archer again, fitness issues. Quinton de Kock now. Big name. It's a big, even in the IPL circuit, it's a big name. ये नहीं है कि South Africa के runs हैं, IPL के भी काफी runs हैं. Kagiso Rabada and Vanindu Hasaranga.
Vanindu Hasaranga, I mean, whenever he has been in the auction, he has gone for big money. And again here, imagine this: Vanindu Hasaranga, Yajuvendra Chahal, Ravichandran Ashwin, all coming in that spinner bracket. आप किसको लोगे? आप किस पे कितना पैसा लगाओगे आप?
There are a lot of players that have gone into the auction और वो बहुत 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 interesting होने वाला auction कि कैसे हर टीम की क्या strategy होगी. Let's do a quick recap. हर टीम का quick recap और discussion. We'll start with Mumbai Indians. Jasprit Bumrah 18 crore, Surya Kumar Yadav 16.35 crore, Hardik Pandya 16.35 crore, Rohit Sharma 16.30 crore and Tilak Verma 8 crore. Remaining purse है Mumbai Indians का 45 crore. अब your thoughts on Mumbai Indians overall? Anything you have to say, you need to add, you think auction में ये strategy हो सकती है, कोई player add कर सकते हैं, कुछ भी.
You know, only the name that I can think of here is RTM. They will RTM one of the uncapped players. इस strategy से मेरे को इतना idea लग रहा है कि they have let go of Ishan Kishan. They are not going to look back at Ishan Kishan. But then again, the biggest factor is you look at there's only Jasprit Bumrah. Last season भी यही हुआ था. Jasprit Bumrah was the lone bright spot in that bowling department. Yes, somebody like Akash Madhwal or somebody else chipped in, but they'll have to look for a ideal partner for Jasprit Bumrah. I'm not saying partner in terms of a pace bowler, but as a bowler who is probably not at the level of Bumrah, but at least can support if Bumrah is not there, or if you want to have Bumrah not bowling, you need to look at somebody else. Maybe a Trent Bolt come back, come back, maybe a Kagiso Rabada, I don't know. But this is again very much the top 4 retentions or 4 out of 5 retentions are all batters. Hardik Pandya bowling karte hain, nahi karte, impact hoga. But you have a Surya Kumar Yadav, Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya. You are not left with many choices. Absolutely. So that is what my thing here ki I don't see Tim David being retained in this setup. So they'll look for bowlers. They'll have to look for a spinner, a bargain by spinner, because it is Mumbai. One name that comes to my mind is probably Manav Sutar of Delhi. That could be one player. But yeah, Tilak Verma, they were not going to let go of. Naman Dheer or Nehal Vadera or Akash Madhwal, they'll probably use the RTM on in at least one of these players, and they probably will look to buy all the other bits of players. So
they'll also have to buy a wicket keeper. There's no Ishan Kishan.
They look for a wicket keeper, of course. Yes, maybe a Jitesh Sharma. Jitesh Sharma, could come in cheap. They could go back to a former Mumbai Indians player like Quinton de Kock. They could go back to him as well.
There's a chance. Do you think?
Or another MI former player, Josh Butler. They can go back to him as well.
Yeah, but the budget is limited.
Budget is very limited. So in that budget, I think somebody like a Jitesh Sharma could be a very good buy here for them.
Tilak over Ishan is a good.
I think yes. Tilak Verma adds a lot of depth to that batting. Ishan Kishan, for all the the flamboyance that he has, is very one-dimensional, so to speak. Tilak Verma is somebody who, at a middle order, he can be what you call.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
Darren, हो गया क्या?
Relax, guys. Evolution takes time.
Oh, my science. Nobel Prize छोड़ो, क्योंकि नौवीं फेल. न्यूटन, एप्पल खाना बंद करो. Presentation 15 मिनट में है.
Gravity में बनाते हैं.
With thousands of presentation templates, never start with a blank page.
Fruity Mari.
Canva, dil se design tak.
On the cards, Kuldeep Yadav was very much on the cards, but Tristan Stubbs at 10 crore was the name that was floating around. But then again, he's a very hard-hitting player. Someone in the mold of, I would say, someone in the mold of a Heinrich Klaasen who can change the game in the middle order. So it's a very, very good pick. Abhishek Porel is somebody that I thought, why they are putting him the first time that he came in. I think he came in the middle of the season as a replacement for somebody, is what I believe. Did not really show that kind of promise, but at 4 crore, it's again uncapped. They are trying to they have seen something in him. So in that way, it is good. But to let go of somebody like a Mitchell Marsh and Jake Fraser McGurk is a big thing. I thought they would probably go for Jake Fraser McGurk ahead of Tristan Stubbs, but they have opted not to. They probably would have added a Jake Fraser McGurk here, because they have only 4 retentions, so they could have easily added a Fraser McGurk here. But again, they don't see the value in McGurk at 11 crore, 14 crore. But agar RTM ke liye jate hain, to you'll probably have to shell out more. So I don't really like the retention list here of Delhi Capitals, but Aksar was on the cards. Rishabh Pant, as we mentioned, it's not of the management decision to release him. It was probably Rishabh Pant saying that I want to go, so they had no choice there. But apart from that, not an ideal retention list, so to speak, and no out and out bowlers or pacers. Anrik Nortje is one of the names that is missing here, even though he hadn't had the best of international form. But when it comes to Delhi Capitals, he did have that pace factor with him. And Prithvi Shaw, again, one of those potential names. We knew that he's not going to be retained because of the kind of form that he is in, kind of disciplinary issues, fitness issues that he has had. But then again, it's a wake-up call for somebody like him. But to stick to Delhi Capitals, I really don't think this is a retention list that I like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always back with, obviously, if Rishabh Pant was the one to say that I want to leave, then I don't blame DC for it. But if it was the other way around, I don't think that's a good decision to do. But 76.25 crore ka budget Delhi Capitals ka hai, and they'll go into the auction with 76.25 crore. Next is KKR. I think when we talked about KKR, we said that they did well. They divided well. They have a good core. Rinku Singh, Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan, Andre Russell, Harshit Rana, Ramandeep Singh. Rinku takes 13. Varun takes 12. Sunil takes 12. Andre Russell takes 12. Harshit and Ramandeep take 4 crore each. They have 63 crore left. They have let go of their IPL winning captain Shreyas Iyer. They don't have their IPL winning mentor Gautam Gambhir. What do you think about this?
God's plan. That's what I think of it. God's plan. Rinku Singh at 13 crore. Who would have thought Rinku Singh being KKR's first choice pick? But that's how the retention dynamics seem to work. I mean, he was somebody who did not even get enough games last season. I mean, we were discussing that last season KKR's top order did so well that Rinku Singh did not have enough batting time in the middle, that he missed the bus for the T20 World Cup. This is the discussion that we were having, and here you have the guy at 13 crores as your number one pick. So definitely KKR see a lot of value in him, and of course that brand loyalty is also there. No, you now associate a Rinku Singh with KKR. Absolutely. Because he's been with them for such a long time. So that money is also because of that loyalty factor also.
And those 5-6s.
Those 5-6s as well.
Anyway, show me the ring. Of course, triangle. Never date a mathematician. पहले x के पीछे पड़ा था. His x? Algebra वाला. Find the value of x. और अब ये देख. ये wedding invite है. कि geometry paper.
ये problem तो मैं भी solve कर सकती हूँ. Send an invite to collaborate.
Collaborate easily to create invites, cards, and more.
Problem solved.
OMG, you're a genius.
I know.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
गोल्ड कॉइन
ऑर्डर कर दिए, कल तक आ जाएगा.
कल तक? गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर कॉइन्स हो या पूजा का कोई भी सामान, बिग बास्केट डिलीवर्स इन 10 minutes.
Somebody in your team like that, why do you not want to retain him? A mistake they did with Shubman Gill by letting go of Shubman Gill.
The future,
the future of Indian cricket, there so much was talked about him, but out of the blue they let go of him. He went to GT. I think that's one decision that they probably, Venki Mysore might regret. This, I think, is on those lines where he wants to say, this is the future. We want to bet on him. And the good thing was he was not capped. He was still uncapped, so 4 crore easy buy. I think Gautam Gambhir did Venki Mysore a favor here by not handing out a debut in the Bangladesh, I think the Sri Lanka series or the Bangladesh test or others.
Yeah. If you are thinking of Harshit Rana and Ramandeep Singh, if you are still confused, Harshit Rana will be traveling to Australia with the India squad for BJT. Ramandeep Singh will be traveling to South Africa with the India squad for the T20I. So these two are India potentials now. They are still uncapped, but they are very close to being a capped Indian players. लेकिन जब तक रिटेंशन हुई है तब तक अनकैप्ड है. बढ़िया 4-4 करोड़ में KKR ने अपने पास रख लिया. ऐसा आजम ऑक्शन चलेंगे, मजा आएगा. ये स्ट्रैटेजी KKR ने अपनाई है. Let's move on to the next team, the Chennai Super Kings, 5-time IPL winners. Ruturaj Gaikwad at the top, the current CSK captain, 18 crore. Matisha Pathirana, great bowler, 13 crore. Shivam Dube, as Vineet said, a big question mark, 12 crore. Ravindra Jadeja, again 18 crore, which I personally believe it's not worth it, 18 crore for Ravindra Jadeja. MS Dhoni, the uncapped Indian player, 4 crore. He is back. He is not going anywhere. One more season. Well, we'll go season by season, one more season for MS Dhoni. They have only 55 crore left in the purse. तो अगर तो CSK फैंस ऋषभ पंत का सपना देख रहे थे तो वो छोड़ दे, दो रीजन की वजह से, एक तो 55 करोड़, दूसरा अगर आप गायकवाड को 18 करोड़ दे रहे हो तो आपके कैप्टन,
of course. I mean, that is what is very much clear, that they are going to that route. There could have been discussions where an MS Dhoni or somebody would have wanted Rishabh Pant there, but it did not have worked out, and hence the reason why Shivam Dube comes in at INR 12 crore, because they saw that Rishabh Pant में उनको value उस price पे वो नहीं आ रहे हैं. But for me, as you mentioned, Ravindra Jadeja, and retired international player, you are still punting 18 crores on him. You know, if you had let him go or at the auction, you could have probably, you know, got him at much less than 18 crores. MS Dhoni at 4 crore, even things out. But then again, Shivam Dube and Ravindra Jadeja seem to be dubious kind of retentions for me.
Yeah, and personally, I think many would not agree, but MS Dhoni continuing in the IPL is a big question mark for me, because I have personally seen him during the IPL last year when I was in the stadium. He was limping. His knee was, obviously he knows his fitness better than anybody else in the world. उनको पता है कि वो खेल रहे हैं तो किसी रीजन से खेल रहे हैं. But I think impact player जो हम दुबे के लिए कह रहे हैं ना, वो धोनी के लिए भी बहुत बार यूज होने वाला है.
होने तो वाला है, and one of the names that we are missing here, I think, is Sameer Rizvi. Another big uncapped player. I think Shivam Dube के बदले आप रिजवी को भी लेते, I think that kind of an impact he would have given. But yeah, Shivam Dube.
इम्प्रैक्टिकल आइडिया है.
बिकेंगे मेरे आर्मर. बहुत मेटल हेड्स हैं मार्केट में.
बट दैट्स नॉट व्हाट मेटल हेड मींस यार.
मत कर हेल्प. मैं वन मैन आर्मी ही ठीक हूँ.
With Magic Media, turn your ideas into images and videos.
1150 orders. कोई जेस्टर के कपड़े पहनेगा क्या?
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
From colors to candles, from DR to dusters, Big Basket delivers in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Diwali lit.
Yeah, you know, as we try to recap what these guys have done with terms of retention, Jadeja and Dube could very well be the most I wouldn't say shocking, but retentions that they might not really be happy with, you know, going down when it comes to the auctions.
Absolutely, I think they could have used the RTM on Shivam Dube if needed, but yes, they'll be going in the auctions with 55 crore rupees in their purse. Next team here is Lucknow Super Giants. Nicholas Pooran, 21 crore rupees. Looks like the captain. The price tag to keh raha hai.
Easily,
Ravi
yes.
Bishnoi, 11 crore. Mayank Yadav, 11 crore. Mohsin Khan, Ayush Badoni, 4 crore. मेरा 69 करोड़ का पर्स है उनका ऑप्शन में जाने के लिए. मेरा एक सवाल है, मयंक यादव, a great talent, but fitness.
Of course,
11 crore worth it?
I don't think so. आपको उनसे कितने 2 या 3 या 4 मैच मिलेंगे? I don't know. I mean, how the BCCI Center for Excellence, the revamped NCA, you know, they'll have to become, you know, what, Dumbledore or Harry Potter here to really make him play the entire season. But it's a punt that they have taken. But the big question mark remains KL Rahul, and they look at a captaincy option. It's very much simple that Nicholas Pooran here. But look at the names that they have let go of. Rahul, of course, we have discussed. Quinton de Kock, we have discussed. Marcus Stoinis, Krunal Pandya, Naveen ul Haq, Devdutt Padikkal, is on fire, you know, at this point in time. Shamar Joseph, they have let go of. Somebody like a Matt Henry, but yeah, sabko aap le nahi sakte the. But quite interesting that they have let go of somebody like a Naveen ul Haq and Devdutt Padikkal and opted for a Mayank Yadav there. I would have put my money on Naveen ul Haq being retained more than Mayank Yadav there, because Naveen ul Haq was your go-to bowler with the ball, with the new ball at the death. If you wanted, you know, a breakthrough, he was your go-to bowler, very economical, and he doesn't concede runs in bulk. You know, even if he does in 1 over, he'll come back and he will, you know, curtail that run rate. So Naveen ul Haq, kitne Naveen ul Haq hai, kitne RTMs kar sakte hain?
I think they've been tempted by the pace that Mayank Yadav brings.
Exactly,
That is the only thing that has stopped Mayank Yadav in the LSG only. It has not allowed him to go further than that. 69 crore rupees for LSG in the auction. Very interesting. क्या करेंगे कैप्टन तो निकोलस पूरन लग रहा है, पर क्या किसी और को भी देख सकते हैं, बहुत बड़ा सवाल है ये. We'll move on to the next team, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, a big team without any trophy. हमेशा क्वेश्चन मार्क उठता है. विराट कोहली, किंग कोहली as he is called, 21 करोड़ रुपीस अपने 18 के उससे भी 3 करोड़ ऊपर लिए हैं. रिपोर्ट्स आ रही थी कि कैप्टनसी को हाँ कर दिया है. रजत पाटीदार 11 करोड़, यश दयाल 5 करोड़, 83 करोड़, डिसेंट पर्स. दे कैन गो फॉर अ बिग प्लेयर. एक बिग प्लेयर तो कम से कम ऋषभ पंत हो गया, केएल राहुल जो
I think they can go for 2 big players because there are a lot of big players that they have let go of, including a Mohammad Siraj. Including a Mohammad Siraj, Virat Kohli's favorite India bowler. You are not looking at him. I mean, RTM on Mohammad Siraj, I'm not really sure. Lot of big names that they've let go of: Faf du Plessis, Will Jacks, Glenn Maxwell, Alzadi Joseph, Tom Curran, Loki Ferguson, Reece Topley, Cameron Green. That's a big,
What? एरो से ज्यादा डैमेज सनलाइट करती है. फ्लायर बनाया?
ये देख ना, सलीम मर्द सुबह देख. तुम 5 दिन पुराना मच्छी ऐसा मस्त.
Guys, we are a man's grooming brand. और ये किसने कहा? Manly can't be beautiful. I'll show you.
Create beautiful posters, flyers, and more easily with thousands of templates.
It's beautiful. I'm feeling emotions.
Canva, दिल से डिजाइन तक.
From colors to candles, from diya to dusters. Big Basket delivers in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Diwali lit.
Big players. There's a very high chance someone like Glenn Maxwell could go unsold. But RCB के management से एक statement आई है, and they have said that there was one player that we wanted to retain, that is Cameron Green, but he's unfortunately out of the IPL due to injury. Maybe Cameron Green ने वो message pass across कर दिया होगा कि I won't be available in the IPL next year. तो उसी के चलते RCB ने Cameron Green को retain नहीं किया.
Yeah, he recently had a surgery also, big surgery. He's recuperating. He'll be missing the BGT. So that's again sensible call there. That agar Cameron Green, somebody of his capability, was fit and available, you would want to retain him.
Traded him at 16 crore from MI last season.
Yeah, right.
So
it's basically health issues and something which was not in RCB's hand as well. So yeah, you can give that away. Or so that is the case. So chauथा retention hota Cameron Green, most likely would have been.
But that gives RCB now 83 crores in their purse while going into the auction. So a good decent purse, as Vineet said, कि एक नहीं 2 बड़े players के लिए भी जा सकते हैं, और बड़े players की तो बारिश है auction में. आप जितने उठा सके उठा ले. आपका चाहल है, बटलर है, केएल राहुल है, ऋषभ पंत है. I think the highest bid that will go, but 83 crores for RCB. Moving on to the next team, Punjab Kings पे अगर हम आ जाएं, शशांक सिंह, प्रभसिमरन सिंह, 2 अनकैप प्लेयर्स. शशांक को अपने अनकैप के कोटा से 1.5 करोड़ ऊपर दिया जा रहा है, प्रभसिमरन को पूरे 4 करोड़ दिया जा रहा है, और उनको तो 2-4 पर्स लगेंगे. पंजाब को 110.5 करोड़ है. वो बड़े बैग लेके आएंगे. वो लग रहा है क्योंकि इतना पैसा है पंजाब के पास, लेकिन वो पैसा क्या for a change translate होगा into a IPL winning team?
I think with Ricky Ponting on board, it will change. I mean, PBKS could be one of those teams who could hit big time at the auction this time around, because you have somebody like a Ricky Ponting at the helm of affairs right now. He will put his thinking cap on, the greatest captain that the game has ever seen, for me at least. He transformed that DC unit also in a way. He made that winning team. He made it a winning team as well. So I could very well see PBKS's fortunes turning from here, and it's a very good decision that they have at least gotten somebody like a Prabhsimran and Shashank Singh, who did well for them in the last season. Prabhsimran Singh in the last 2 seasons, also Shashank specifically the last season. But you could see a lot of Australians coming here. Ricky Ponting की छाप आपको यहाँ बहुत दिखेगी. Fraser Megag being there, you could see a Rishabh Pant leading this. I don't see a lot of RTMs being used by Punjab here. I don't see. I mean, RTM आप किस पे करोगे? Let's look at maybe Arshdeep if his does not go over the 8 crore mark is what I feel.
Which he might.
Which if अगर उसके अंदर होता है तो they probably might want to look at the RTM. Let's look at the release players list. Sam Curran, Harshal Patel, the leading wicket taker in the IPL, I think last to last season, last 2 seasons back. Liam Livingston is a big player. Kagiso Rabada, Shikhar Dhawan, anyway, former captain. Riley Russo, Johnny Bairstow, Chris Wokes, Ashdeep, Harpreet Bar, Nathan Ellis, Sikandar Raza. I mean, it's a long list. I mean, you can't go on and on about it. But the main thing is you would see a lot of English players there, and Ricky Ponting could replace all those English players with bit of Australian players, Jake Fraser Mega could be the one of those things. Warner would be very interesting. I mean, to have somebody to replace a Shikhar Dhawan at the top to give the stability there.
I would be surprised if there's a Warner and a Steve Smith also in Punjab, because Ponting
Steve
has a
Smith, yeah, most definitely.
Ponting, वो backroom he must have called Steve Smith कर सकते हैं कि I'll take you. Maybe not in the playing 11 शुरू से, but you will be in the squad.
You will be in the squad. I think one RTM they probably would want to use it on would be Jitesh Sharma, because again they'll have to look for a keeper. Sikandar Raza RTM. You know, it's easy. It's very good. Look, that 144 was against what? A very, again, no disrespect to the team that they are playing. It was against Gambia. It was Gambia. So that's, I think, not something that you would put down as a marker that against Gambia you scored 144. But Sikandar Raza, again, value for money, buy if he comes in under 4 crore, they probably use an RTM, or they won't even have to. I mean, nobody else could bid for him. Only they are the one bidding at him. He could be at that 2 crore bracket, if I'm not wrong, as an international. So they could easily get him on his base value itself.
Do you think Johnny Bairstow is one of the big players to be in the auction, or do you think नहीं होगा?
I don't think so. Two reasons for it. Again, the Wayne in form, and also being an English player, there's also a tendency of them not being available. I don't know if Johnny Bairstow would make himself available, because in IPL there is new rule in there. If you come in, or if you come in and then leave midway, or say you're not going to be part of it after being part of the auction, you will have a 2-year ban. So I don't see a lot of English players coming in for the IPL. I think the big English players who are sure shot to be picked by teams or would get game time, like a Josh Butler, maybe they could. I really don't think so in Johnny Bairstow. He had his time, he had his fun with David Warner at Sunrisers Hyderabad, which was 4 years back. Now I think that's done.
The one pattern I've been noticing is that very few English players have been retained, hardly any. Could this be the reason that they leave midway through IPL?
Very much. That could be one of the reasons. And also the big guns. When you have such a strong Indian crew, when you have such a strong Australian setup also. So I think the English players, like you do have a Harry Brook, you do have a Will Jacks, and all of those players. Again, they probably don't see the value. They see lesser price में वो उनको auctions में मिल जाएंगे. That could be one of the reasons.
And we'll also have to wait and see how many of the English players make themselves available. But शशांक को retain किया है आशुतोष शर्मा. ये दोनों की जोड़ी ने पिछले IPL में scored a lot of runs. Do you think आशुतोष शर्मा A, RTM, or B, could go for big bucks in IPL in some other team?
I'm guessing big bucks for other teams, but I think PBKs will try to RTM. Big bucks भी इतना भी नहीं होगा. I'm guessing more than 5.5 crore, or Ashutosh would be at around 5, 6, 7 crores. 5 crores अगर होगा तो भी that's fine. That's fine with them. I mean, they can easily RTM him. Yeah, they can easily RTM him. So yeah, he could be one of those RTM candidates for Punjab Kings. A very cheap RTM buy.
110.5 crore, like the luxury that you have to buy players, but then you'll have to be smart